Professor Fun Facts. Let's learn!
Ever wondered who Cockneys are and why their lingo sounds like a crossword puzzle? Let's give you an insight into this enigmatic dialect and the Cockneys' cultural heritage. Hailing from the East End of London, being a Cockney isn't just about geography, it's about embracing a unique, vibrant culture. A distinguishing aspect of their culture is their rhyming slang, a mid-19th century linguistic invention. It's a testament to their creative spirit and love for storytelling, making the common extraordinary. Think of it as a secret language, a Shakespeare-Dr. Seuss hybrid grown in East London. Cockneys express themselves through this rhyming slang, puzzling the outsiders while communicating within their community. It's not just a dialect, it's a celebration of their distinct lifestyle. Despite modernization, Cockneys preserve their culture and dialect, passing it down through generations like an heirloom. Decoding the Cockney rhyming slang can feel like solving a complex puzzle, but don't worry, we're here to help. So, now that we know who we're talking about, let's dive into the bizarre world of their lingo. First up, what do you reckon a porky pie could mean? A tasty pastry dish? Think again, folks. In the heart of London's East End, a porky pie isn't something you'd want to serve at your dinner party. Nope, it's a lie. Yes, you heard it right. Porky pie rhymes with lie. Now let's move on to dustbin lids. Are we talking about garbage? Not quite. In Cockney rhyming slang, dustbin lids actually means kids. Surprised? Well, that's the beauty of this unique linguistic tradition. Ever heard the phrase duck and dive and wondered what on earth it could mean? Is it a new dance step? A water sport, perhaps? Well, it's actually Cockney rhyming slang for skive, which means to avoid work or a duty. So next time you plan to play hooky, just tell your mates you're ducking and diving. Moving on, what about mince pies? Sounds tasty, doesn't it? But hold on before you reach for that dessert spoon. In the Cockney rhyming world, mince pies are your eyes. So if someone compliments you on your lovely mince pies, don't get confused, they're just admiring your peepers. Ever heard of the phrase Adam and Eve it? Any guesses what it might mean? If you guessed it means believe it, you're absolutely right. As in, I can't Adam and Eve it. The Cockneys sure have a fun way with words, don't they? Next up, we've got brown bread. Any thoughts on what that could mean? Let's knead into this one. But don't be fooled by its wholesome sound. In this context, it's not about your morning toast. And the answer is, dead. Yes, brown bread means dead in Cockney slang. A bit morbid, but certainly creative. How about trouble in the air? Any idea what it implies? It's a charming phrase, isn't it? It's not about a brewing storm or a flock of angry birds. No, it's Cockney rhyming slang's way of saying something is unjust or not right. If you hear someone in East London complaining about trouble in the air, they're not forecasting the weather. They're expressing dissatisfaction with a situation they perceive as unfair. Here's another bread-based one. Can you guess what loaf of bread stands for? Here's a hint. It's something you can't bake in an oven, but you sure can use it to cook up ideas. That's right. Loaf of bread in Cockney rhyming slang is a playful substitute for head. So next time you need to tell someone to use their loaf, you'll be serving them a slice of London's linguistic history. Picture this. Barney Rubble, a character from the Flintstones, always finding himself in some kind of mess. That's right, folks. Barney Rubble is synonymous with trouble. As in, are you making Barney Rubble again? Okay, how about trouble and strife? Any ideas? In Cockney lingo, trouble and strife means your wife. It's like saying, the troublemaker at home. Imagine Bob, a Cockney bloke, sighing, can't join you tonight, mate. The trouble and strife's got me on kitchen duty again. Ah, domestic adventures, the universal language. Ever took a bubble bath in the middle of a busy day? No, not a literal one. Picture this. A man, during his lunch break, indulges in a hearty bubble bath. It's not what you think. He's simply having a good laugh. Did you guess what bubble bath might mean? Remember when Britney Spears performed at the local pub? Well, not really. In Cockney slang, a Britney Spears refers to a round of beers. Imagine the surprise when folks thought the pop princess was popping in, only to find a pint instead. So fancy a Britney Spears, anyone? Dog and bone. What might that mean in this peculiar language game? Now, take a moment to guess what dog and bone could stand for. Got your answer? Well, dog and bone actually means phone. That's right. So next time you're in London, you might just say you're waiting on a call on your dog and bone. Now, how about sausage and mash? Can you guess what this tasty phrase represents in Cockney rhyming slang? Let's let that sizzle in your brain for a moment. Okay, time's up. If you guessed cash, then you're spot on. That's right, sausage and mash is a delicious way to refer to money. Moving on, what could rabbit and pork possibly mean in Cockney rhyming slang? Any wild guesses? Let's let that marinate for a moment. Alright, time's up. In the playful world of the Cockney, rabbit and pork stands for talk. So if someone tells you to stop your rabbiting, they're not critiquing your hunting skills, they just want you to stop talking. What do you reckon butcher's hook stands for in Cockney rhyming slang? Now, hold on to your hats, because this may come as a sharp twist. Butcher's hook translates to look. So if a Cockney tells you to take a butcher's, don't worry, they're not inviting you to a gruesome spectacle, they just want you to take a look. Bees and honey. Sounds sweet, right? But it's not about an apiary or a breakfast spread, it's all about money. Yes, you heard it right. In Cockney slang, bees and honey means money. So next time you want to borrow some money from a friend, just say, "Can I have some bees and honey?" When a Cockney says bubble and squeak, it's not about a mouse with a problem, it's actually a cheeky term for someone from the beautiful country of Greece. Squeak. Greek. Get it? Let's move on to the next puzzling phrase. Half inch. Go ahead, take a guess. Ready for the reveal? Half inch is actually slang for pinch, indicating to steal something. If you crack the code on this one, you're truly stealing the show with your sharp wit and language skills. Great job. And I've saved the best till last. You're going to love this one. Ever heard of a raspberry tart and wondered what on earth it could mean in rhyming slang? Well, brace yourself. It's not a delicious pastry, but a clever play on words. You see, raspberry tart is code for a fart.
Oh my god.
Yes, you heard it right. So next time you're in East London and someone mentions a raspberry tart, don't expect a sweet treat. Instead, be ready for a good chuckle or a swift exit. And that's a wrap, folks. If you've guessed even one of these right, you're officially a Cockney rhyming slang detective. Keep the linguistic curiosity alive and see you in the next episode.
Like and subscribe. Till next time.